Oh my goodness. How you guys doing? Yo, big up Jamaica hot topic. Big up Jamaica hot topic. Big up all the blog of them. We do the right thing and I expose the thing. All of them are do an excellent job, man, I lie. And it's all organic, it's not like, you know. But I come across some things on TikTok. I come across some things on TikTok and I like to share with the people and please. Get dark here. So I just saw it go. Have to work with me. See there? I suppose you can see. Look a light behind me right there, sir. Yeah. But good morning, good morning, good morning. We can't sleep, people. And we come across some hilarious things on TikTok. And we need to share. Hey, JLP, that problem, you know? JLP in a problem. Me just watch me just watch Jamaica Hot Topic. You see me? And what him expose over there, so it's just further solidify the point that I'm gonna make right now. Or the points that I'm going to make right now on this live stream tonight. And you can call in the car, see there. I have the call-in phone right so I can call in on WhatsApp. Somebody just nick me. Just nick me say they want the ball out. The ball out, somebody just nick me say they want the ball out. Soundbite. Fret not thyself, man. I shall send the ball out soundbite. And for anybody that want the ball out soundbite, yeah, I have to do a WhatsApp me. Me have it as my ringtone, you know. So I know some serious anywhere I go. Ring. Anywhere I tell me go ring. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. I don't know about that. Come on in and go like I don't want afraid to say good morning. Come on, I mean, it's hours in the morning, so. Happy Bangarang go on, people. Them should have link. My boy there. Damian Crawford and get some goat. Guys, super them a share now work out for them at all, people. Super them a share now work out for them. Hey, me care bother. You know what, let me speak in English. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, how you all doing? Welcome to the platform. It's your brother Bolo VNR, and we're here in this space again. Okay, and I want to say salute to everybody. Salute to all the new subs. Alright? Now, I want to share something with you. Yes. I want to share something with you guys. No, I think I need to. This one have some soundbite tonight, you know. Hold on there. I don't know if it's legal to play on YouTube, but watch this. I want you guys to watch this, see? Look.
Franco, I come to buy one of the Probox them. I have $72,000. Oh, the price increase. Yeah, you have no second hand one. Oh, you can't buy that neither. Or if you have expensive watch, you take it. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like what's that on a beat, bro? He a freak, though, man, damn, color amber lambs. Tell him breathe. Let them boys kill across, they walk around like peas. What's up with these Dragonio? Trying to see Compton. Franco, I come to buy one of the Probox them. I have $72,000. Oh, the price increase. Yeah, you have no second hand one. Oh, you can't buy that neither. Or if you have expensive watch, you take it.
Listen to me, man. Fayeval, you've gone down in our history books. Fayeval Williams has gone down into history books, ladies and gentlemen. Poor Fayeval. You know how much video like this up on TikTok and social media? Or the Probox? It's gone so bad that they start calling the Probox them Fayeval. Yo, you see that lady here? She funny. She is hilarious. I don't care what social media platform I find her on. Let's see, hold on. It's kind of too bright, so let me turn it down. Yeah, I think that's better. She's hilarious. Scroll across and buck up that video then and say, yo. Yo, I might get a copyright, but it's all good. I'm just going to Rated Vaz slap vlogger with this is an old video from Right Mango.
Mama!
She not easy, you know.
Is there? Baby.
Anyway, I can't take all of them music up on something there. No, this, ladies and gentlemen, is not funny. What I'm about to play right now is not funny. I want to look upon that constituency. I couldn't believe this when I see it. Mighty God of Daniel. No, sir. Just look upon this.
If Wicked was a person, it would be the current member of parliament.
Sure. How come I can't see it? Oh.
If Wicked was a person, it would be the current member of parliament for Western St. Thomas. Now look at this. This is a bridge leading into the community of Hagley Gap. It has no rails, it's very narrow, and it's dangerous. What do people then have to do? People have to drive through the river. Come on, man. This community connects so many others and can even lead as far back as Mavis Bank. It leads to the Blue Mountain Peak. Shame and disgrace. Time come. If Wicked was a person, it would be the current member of parliament for Western St. Thomas. Now look at...
Who is the current member of parliament for Western St. Thomas? Member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, Jamaica. James Robertson. Wow. Is it James Robertson though? Western St. Thomas. Oh yes, it is him. So, according to this video, this bridge connect a lot of communities, and let me play it again. This is bad. If this is true, this is bad.
If Wicked was a person, it would be the current member of parliament for Western St. Thomas. Now look at this. This is a bridge leading into the community of Hagley Gap. It has no rails, it's very narrow, and it's dangerous. What do people then have to do? People have to drive through the river. Come on, man. This community connects so many others and can even lead as far back as Mavis Bank. It leads to
Mavis Bank, you know?
the Blue Mountain.
Oh, Lord.
Part 1.
Hold on there, people. Hold on there. Let me find that back.
Part 1. If Wicked was a person, come on, man. This community connects so many others and can even lead as far back as Mavis Bank. It leads to the Blue Mountain Peak. Shame and disgrace. Time come.
So this bridge leads to the Blue Mountain Peak. Mel W, what up, man? This bridge has no rails on the side, guys. No rails at all. No rails on the side. That's a real hazard. Thanks for hitting the like button, guys. All I have to do is tap the screen 2 times like this. But that is a real issue. That is a real issue. Now, one of the things that before we get to the Bangarang, one of the things that the present Prime Minister, the leader of Jamaica, has said is that, you know, there's a battle for the mind. So he's preparing himself to win the battle of the mind. And he's preparing his team as well.
It was a person.
Right? He's preparing himself as well. So I think his budget presentation was the first chess move. The Prime Minister's budget presentation, where he outlined different historical falsehoods in terms of, you know, what happened in the 70s and the 80s. And big up Talking Mind TV. I think people should go over there and watch his program last night. He dropped some historical bombshells of some of the things that happened in the 80s. I mean, I cannot imagine living in that time. I truly can't. I can't imagine living in a time where people were literally hunted down because they were PMP. Kids was hunted down because they were PMP. If there was a dark age in Jamaica outside of slavery, that would be it. Literally, that would be it. Wow. But I want to play this. Two things I want to play before I get to. Wait a minute. So, how comes I went on her page and I shared it? What's your name again? Michelle Charles? Yeah. I went on the page. Yeah, see there, so good. So come we never share it. Anyway, I want to listen to the great Michael Manley right here. So listen to this.
Why are we taking this risk to anger the United States of America? And the answer is this: we are not angering the United States of America. They are angering themselves.
Talk to them about it.
They are not going to tell me what relationship I have with Fidel Castro. We have that friendship with Cuba as part of a world alliance of third world nations that are fighting for justice for poor people in the world. And I tell you, as the party leader, as long as this party is in power, we intend to walk through the world on our feet.
And not our hands. We just want to big up Michael Manley for being a man, standing up as a man and not folding to the United States in regards to the relationship he has with Cuba. And that was way back that he said that. I really want to thank him for that, you understand? Because I really want to thank him for that, because I don't have a problem per se with Trump. I really don't. He's doing what is best for his people. And I think everybody else should do what's best for them. Point blank period. Everybody else needs a leader to stand up as a man and do what is best for their people. Simple. It's that simple. And I think Jamaica should do what's best for them. And what's best for Jamaica? We need the Cuban doctors. We need them. Our healthcare system is savagely compromised. because we have a wicked and caring government right now that has destroyed the healthcare system, from lack of equipment to a brain drain of hospital staff, credible staff. I could give so many examples of just how bad it is, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But seriously, it's terrible, man. It really is terrible what has been going on with our healthcare system. So let me play this from Marcus Garvey. What just happened?
Jamaicans, good night.
Okay, here we go.
Up, you mighty race. Reclaim your power. When did my brothers and sisters become so docile to the mismanagement of our people and our Jamaica? When did we start kneeling to the whims of a government that serves itself before its people? Are we children? Too young? Too weak to question the wrongdoings of those we pay to lead us? A government that acts without care for its people is not democracy, it's dictatorship. How can we, the governed, be the ones paying those in power while they fail us? Did we ask to be ruled? Or did a small group decide they would rule us? And if we must be governed, should it not be for our benefit, for the growth and empowerment of Jamaica?
Let's play that back. Oh, Lord. Ole. Shout out to Marcus Garvey.
You might race. Reclaim your power. When did my brothers and sisters become so docile to the mismanagement of our people and our Jamaica? When did we start kneeling to the whims of a government that serves itself before its people? Are we children? Too young? Too weak to question the wrongdoings of those we pay to lead us? A government that acts without care for its people is not democracy, it's dictatorship. How can we, the governed, be the ones paying those in power while they fail us? Did we ask to be ruled? Or did a small group decide they would rule us? And if we must be governed, should it not be for our benefit, for the growth and empowerment of Jamaica? Up, you mighty race. Reclaim your power. When did my brothers and sisters become...
When did my brothers and sisters in Jamaica become this weak? It's like Marcus Garvey was way ahead of his time. Even with the questions that he's asking, it still remains relevant questions today, because it seems like we've been caught in a loop, a time loop of the same occurrences over and over again in our country. It's sad. It's sad. Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Have no fear is just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? All I ever ask, redemption songs. Man, oh man. Boy, let's play that back from our great Marcus.
So docile to the mismanagement of our people and our Jamaica. When did we start kneeling to the whims of a government that serves itself before its people?
When did we start kneeling to the whims of a government that serves itself before it serves its people? My Jamaican people, I'm talking to you right now. When did we start kneeling to the whims of a government that's serving itself? And let me give you an example of this government serving itself. When it gave itself a 200 to 300% increase on his pay. This government, the JLP, has served themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. They have fully served themselves. They have served themselves well, while not serving us well. A lot of discrepancies, a lot of scandals. It's terrible, man. It's absolutely terrible. Let's continue.
Children, too young, too weak to question the wrongdoings of those we pay to lead us? A government that acts without care for its people is not democracy, it's dictatorship.
The richest man in China.
Wait. A government that acts...
Are we children, too young, without care for its people, is not democracy, it's dictatorship. How can we for its people
Say that again.
A government that acts without care for its people is not democracy, it's dictatorship. How can we, the governed, be the ones paying those in power while they fail?
A government that does not act in the best interest of its people is not democracy, it's dictatorship. It is. He's absolutely right. He was right then and he's right now. You see, the truth is something about the truth, you know. It always will be the truth no matter what. The truth surpasses time. Like the word of God, same thing.
Did we ask to be ruled? Or did a small group decide they would rule us? And if we must be governed, should it not be for our benefit, for the growth and empowerment of Jamaica?
Man, salute to Marcus Garvey.
The
man.
richest man in
I wish I had my bells and whistles. Salute to Marcus Garvey, man. Hey, you see how these dudes be doing? You see how these dudes be doing a late night when they driving? Man, they don't care, bro. They just be going.
Dear Jamaicans, good night. But I still think that Andrew will have sense. So apparently during the budget debate that I didn't watch because I never ever watched them, I just rely on the news afterwards to make my comments. Him said the government is looking to reduce duties on imported food. Then I don't wonder why I say him stupid. It's very apparent that Andrew Holness does not know how import and export works. And even though he likes to sit in Trump's kitchen, like Trump water boy at Mar-a-Lago, he don't listen to Trump at all. Because here is Andrew Holness doing the exact opposite that Donald Trump is doing. Donald Trump is increasing tariffs in order to give American companies a competitive edge against foreign companies. While our friend Andrew decides, say, he is going to make it easier to import food to compete with the producers of food locally. So let us take the farmers, for instance, who farm things like potato and onion and other things that are imported, even chicken, because they're importing chicken and beef and whatever else the food, because you know that farmers here farm these things. What Andrew Holness is saying now is going to make it easier to import these things from overseas cheaper. Basically making it harder for Jamaican farmers to compete. How can we compete against those big farming businesses in the first world countries like America, for instance? Andrew Holness is intending to drive the final nail in the coffin of food security. And I hope the Jamaican farmers are taking note of this, because really and truly, you wonder, where does he, did he expect that Jamaican people would rejoice for this? That you're going to reduce? So let us say now you are an onion farmer and you know the onion being imported and you already have a hard time competing with the imported onion. Andrew Holness is going to make that imported onion cheaper. Remember now, you have these excessively high energy costs, extremely high input costs like fertilizer and them things there if you contend with. Not to mention the fact that you have no automation. Them big onion farmers abroad have every kind of equipment to improve efficiency where you don't have access to. And your Prime Minister just do what? Box the food out of your mouth. Clean. And for those of you selfish brain laborites who actually think that this is a good thing, just remember this. If farming collapses, agriculture collapses, the only thing that we can rely on really and truly is tourism And everybody know how finicky the tourism is now, considering that USA, UK, and Canada are primary market areas for tourism, all issue travel warning against Jamaica. So we don't even have that industry secure. And now Andrew is freaking around with the agricultural sector. How does this make sense? How does this even begin to make sense to anybody? I don't know. Me can't maths it out. The maths now maths in my brain. This man thinks that he's brilliant when he's nothing but an idiot. Anyway, I got my bed here. I'm tired. I thank you. Have yourself a good night.
I want to first thank Right Mango for her platform. I want to thank Right Mango for her platform. What you just explained a while ago, I wasn't even paying attention to it because I honestly did not watch the full budget debate. I honestly didn't. But like she said, those news highlights. So the JLP has been criticized heavily, and rightfully so, for not supporting our farmers here in Jamaica. And to compound on the legitimization of that critique, this man does this. Share up promotion salute. When I say on, you see, when I say on my platform that I really believe that this government is destroying Jamaica on purpose, I don't know if people think I'm joking, you know, but I am of the view. I am of the view that honestly, this government seriously is trying to destroy Jamaica. Yes, I'm genuinely of that view. And this is one of the reasons why. Just one of many reasons. One of many reasons. Because it doesn't make any sense, guys. Why would you attack an already vulnerable agricultural system? Vulnerable to the disasters, burial and all those storms and stuff that hit us. Has gotten very little relief from the Ministry of Agriculture or the Minister of Agriculture. And I'm not lying, he came out and said himself how much they have done, and it's not enough based off the amount of farmers that have been affected since burial. More than 60% or more than of those farmers has not gotten any assistance. More than 60%. I believe the count was 4,540. Was it 46,000? Yeah, I think it was 45,000 farmers. And the last time I checked, the video that and it might be upgraded now, please don't quote me on this, but the last time I checked, Floyd Green, he helped 500 farmers, which was 1% of the 45,000. Or yeah, just about 1%, yes. So imports of food is going to be now cheaper. Obviously, that damages the local farmers. Why, Andrew? Why? You have to ask yourself, why would he do that? And the only conclusion I'm having, yes, they are purposely trying to destroy Jamaica. They are purposely trying to destroy Jamaica. Yes. Yes. There's no, I have nothing. That has to be it. There's no other logical explanation for these types of. And this is the budget debate for his future. This is what he's presenting to us to move forward. To move forward, bro. What? Oh my God, man! Listen, let me go to the next thing that I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I need to come on TikTok more often. This is a TikTok live stream. Listen. All of my references, well, not all, most of them, is coming from TikTok. Honestly. Yes, I think this is the video. Oh yeah, that is the video. But I don't want to go there and say it. Let me do a little reading, guys. They say him run, but him can't hide. Now, this article that I'm about to read now, see? It says Jamaican debunking the myths about the 1980s. Somebody sent this to me. Shout out to them, see? Yeah, somebody sent this to me. Ooh, Lord have mercy. It says debunking the myths about the 1980s, see? Alright. That's the article. Jamaica's economy management has taken a turn in fairly recent times and is returning to the very scenario that we had long past in the 1980s, with all its compelling lessons, pains, and unprecedented pressures on our citizens. For the benefit of our young people and those who have forgotten that period, I will do a brief revisiting so that there is greater clarity about what happened under Prime Minister Edward Seaga and the Jamaica Labour Party. When was this article made? This article was made, June 9, 2022. Okay. This article is not a Get Edward Seaga. It's not a Get Eddie Seaga exercise, but a continuation of my attempt to purge our social, cultural, economical, and political history of lies, half-truths, omissions, embellishments, and the general dishonesty so commonplace in the reportage and recording of this history. In short, too much of our history, oral and written, simply lacks integrity, and the political period. It's a wicked people. Good night, everybody, or good morning. The political period of the 1980s is no exemption. I felt quite justified in writing about the facts of the period referenced, as I recall and saw it. I do so passionately, objectively. I was the first mayor of the city of Montego Bay, JLP councillor for 13 consecutive years for the Rosal division in parish of St. James. I was also regional supervisor, Western Jamaica and Ocho for Bustamante Industrial Trades Union and the union spokesman, Shalman Scott. This should be interesting. Who sent me this? He said, in addition, I was lecturer in Caribbean Trade Union History at the University of the West Indies School for Continuing Studies, Western Jamaica. Okay, I was also visiting lecturer in the History and Social Science Department at the Northern Caribbean University, Manchester. Later on, I was host of the RGR program aired from Montego Bay called Western Response. Oh, this person got a long ass history. Lord have mercy. I have been political analyst for multiple media platforms for over 33 years here in Jamaica. Now, this is a resume. I have also I have also been a retired businessman in tourism since 2006. All this to mostly humbly make the point that I was and have indeed been in the thick of things from back then, and that I have always loved my country and its people who have done so much for me, even as I make my small contribution to it. And so I am continually grateful that this is why I write, particularly for succeeding generations, including my own dear grandchildren. What I have been hearing about this period of 1980s and the impression that the narrative conveys is not only steep stretching of the truth of what transpired, but misleading the young people in particular is the concern to me, and therefore I am compelled to act. Eddie Siaga total political life did not begin and end in the period of the 1980s. This sounds like somebody who had defended Edward Siaga. While that period is the focus of this article overall, there are some positives to Edward Siaga's political life, which have been ample recorded in many places, including works such as the production of books by him. Considered by some of to be a bright man, Siaga has played a small role in the institutional building of this nation, and I admire him for not being a politician who sought to favor his political nest. Yeah, this person is really buttering up Siaga. Two oil price shocks. 1960s BOJ ran out of. David Rockefeller. Who the hell sent me this? The PNP did not contest, and so the JLP won 60 seats. He dismantled the structure of the local government system, leaving parish councils with singular responsibilities. KSAC was abolished. One of the manifests, blah 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 blah. The propaganda is taking advantage of young and educated but indolent sections of the population that are frequently and fluently repeating the foolishness. Time has passed, and even the present political practitioners need to be refreshed, as they are only human. Equally important, the people need to be refreshed cerebrally, for herein lies the importance of staying the course, for what happened is real, for it has happened. If many people are told the extent to which things can get bad and shown dramatically the painful pathways we have already walked, particularly at the hands of the JLP and Siaga, I believe more will believe. Interesting. He said at the conclusion, if many people are told the extent to which can get bad and shown dramatically the painful pathways we have already walked, particularly at the hands of JLP and Siaga, I believe more will believe. He says one of the manifestations of the policies of Siaga in the 1980s was the dramatic increase of the flow of people on the streets selling for survival. These were the victims of downsizing, right-sizing programs gleefully pursued by Siaga. The misery index rose exponentially, and in the 1989 election, Siaga and the JLP lost 45 of the 60 parliamentary seats. 4 years later, the JLP lost 7 more in the election in 1993. This represents a total of 52 seats. What's up, Jeanette? Oh, sorry, Jeanette. My bad. Sorry. How you doing? It says here they lost a total of 52 seats within 4 years after being in power for the 9 year leading up to the 1989 elections. Ariana, how you doing, love? The ongoing attempt to pass of the 1980s as anything but an ugly and painful period for the Jamaican people is tantamount of the Governor General being given a throne speech to read in 2000. Hey, how you doing, John from Canada? Big up. It says here the Governor General being given a throne speech to read in 2011 by the JLP government that the economy has fully recovered. This after the IMF cut flow of funds from the previous year in June 2010 to Jamaica. The national debt in 2011 was growing by an average of US 10 billion per month. What? This propaganda is taking advantage of young people. Say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe I jumped the gun. Because I've seen the Bank of Jamaica. The gas stations were lined. The gas station lines were long and uncomfortable as people would had urgent business to attend to, were locked in gas lines for hours. Life in Jamaica began to make no sense. Migration and brain drain gained momentum. The major bauxite companies followed closely behind Exxon leaving Jamaica. Wow. David Rockefeller came to Jamaica, turned Jamaica into Singapore of the Caribbean, packed his bags and left Jamaica in less than 5 months on his arrival, following several disagreements with Siaga. Wait. Rockefeller came to Jamaica and left? What the hell? This was in 1986? Yo. Oh, man. Listen, you know what? I think I might have to read this article tomorrow on my computer. This is a lot. The BOJ? This is some interesting stuff. I would love for somebody to fact check this. But listen, I ain't gonna cap, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Yeah, I'll read. Trust me, I will read. Trust me, I will read. But this is a lot. Yo, I need one of them nerds to fact check this, bro. This article right here, anybody want? If you want me to send you this article, see right here, hit me up. See? Hit me up. I would love to get in touch with Mr. Raymond Price, because he's a nerd, and I would love for him to examine this information and break it down, because this is a lot. And this man used to be a JLP counselor. You understand? And he used to work closely with Edward Siaga. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get him. But I want y'all to take a look at this. Yo, Michelle Charles. Yeah, ma'am. Listen, East St. Thomas. No, is that East St. Thomas? Wait a minute. Is it East St. Thomas? Michelle Charles? Oh yeah, East St. Thomas. Michelle Charles. You need to sit yourself down, man. I don't know. I need to turn the volume down because, yeah. All right, check this out. Let me turn the volume down. Look at this. Yo, look at this, y'all. Oh shoot, my bad. Damn fingers. My damn fingers, boy. I'm gonna go back on it, though. Yo, look at that. This is Michelle. Does she look happy to y'all? Does she look motivated? Is this like a positive crowd? Look at this. This looks like friends and family gathering. But even at that, this doesn't look good. Look at this. They trying their best, man. They really trying to put on a show. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, crap. Did I miss it? Oh, Lord. My bad, y'all. Let me find it again. What you say? You bored? But if... Yo, what is this? Yo, who did this to Rose? Yo, these people are... Oh, my God. I can't show that on the internet. I ain't got no smoke, man. Oh, she was bored? She was. She was definitely bored. That's a fact. She was. I don't know if you saw this before, but I can't play the sound because it's all types of music. When she got the soup going, right? You know what I'm saying? And this was, you would think, okay, so it's early, right? So, there's not a lot of people yet. But that soup is not kicking, though. Because they giving away free soup, but ain't nobody there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man, this is sad, yo. And then I play the Chronicler, I say, no, watch out. Watch out. You better them never wear no colors. You better should they just, like, yo, our friends and family, them should just, when I all our vibes with, you know them way there? Yeah. This look like our team, like, the people in my work for alone come. No support and no come upon this. Oh, man. Damn. Yo, let me tell you something. I gotta give her props. She really put that video up on her page. That's her page. She really put up that failure on her page. My grandfather always say, if you want to see labor right on the pot, pan a pot, put curry goat rice. Yo. Bro, them never get no curry from Damian. Them never get no goat from Damian. Them this the goats man. I call him goat man. No, she brave. People, wanna look on them something here. Look at this. Look at this epic failure. As I say, I can't play the music because, you know what I mean? Copyright and them something there. And a chronicler playing in the background. So I have to do the mute. You see me? If I want thing, me hate a friend killer. Me no believe in a friend killer. I really have family alone to this. Yo. You know, when people say I buy the vote them in the last election, general election, I believe say I buy the election then. Because you see when they're doing work, and you're an MP, member of parliament, and you're doing work in a constituency, you don't fall off like that. If you're doing genuine work in your constituency, your desperate times call for desperate measures, indeed, Ariana. But I will not be that desperate. I am sorry. No way. This is horrible. This is bad. I cannot believe she literally, look at this, man. Yo, and she was doing the most to watch her and I go, yeah, excitement, yeah. Go, Michelle. Go, Michelle. Watch her share gangster gang sign and I spray on them something. Yeah. Oh, okay, Michelle. Okay, Michelle. Boy. Oh. Yo, this is bad, bro. I'm sorry, but you know, yo, y'all shouldn't be going out like this, man. Y'all shouldn't be going out like this, man. This ain't right, man. This is not right, man. Yeah, y'all cold-blooded for this. This is cold-blooded, alright? This is cold-blooded. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, bro. She really did that to herself. Man. Yo, if she would do that to herself, what do you think she gonna do to the people in her constituency? What do you think she gonna do? If I want thing, meet a friend. 1 second. Let me find this thing. Oh wow, so my thumbnail look that bad? Man, my thumbnail look crazy. Yo, me feel shame on I mean that. I'm not lie. I'm not lie to you. I feel ashamed. Yo, y'all give me 1 second. Let me just send something real quick. 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Can you guys? Yeah, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Am I back? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, please. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yeah, I don't want no problems. Can you guys hear me? Family. Yo, can y'all hear me? Oh no, nobody answering me. Am I live? Okay, good. Y'all can hear me. Good. I just my live? Okay, good. Y'all can hear me. Good. I just ended it because I was like, no, I'm not gonna take the chance. Yeah, I'm all the way back. All right, cool. Yeah, give me a second. I just realized that my thumbnail is messed up. I don't like that. My thumbnail is all the way messed up. It's not clear. But yeah, Michelle. I just wanted to make a thumbnail real quick. That was fast. But at the same time, I got a standard I need to maintain, man. I'll be making so much thumbnails. That the app that I'm using, they stopped giving me free. That's why you see all those markings on the thumbnail, because they telling me that I've used up all of my free saves for the month. Damn, I'm using up all of them already. So yeah, we putting in a lot of work, guys. Yeah, a lot of work. So let me just change this thumbnail because I don't like how it looks. Yeah, there we go. That's a clean one right there, baby. Clean one right there. Yes, yes. Alright, now we straight. There we go. Now we straight. And shout out to all the new subs and all the support, man. Salute. Yeah, man. Hey, I already know. Let's get biblical. So I have to go now. I have church in the morning. God's protection. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for pulling up, and you have a good morning. And you know, pray for me in church, man. Pray for Jamaica. Pray for all of us. We need it. Trust me, we need it. Pray for all of us. Boy, we need it. Lord, we need it. Yes, Lord. All right, let me see something real quick. Let me see something real quick. Cause I want it. I wanna say shout out to Mr. Panton. I wanna say big shout out to Mr. Panton. Honestly. That brother right there. Man, listen. Yo, I wanna play this clip. I'm gonna play this clip of Damian Crawford. This shit was funny. Let's get it. This is an old clip though. This was 3 years ago. Listen to this.
Most for cabis and culture combined for one of a kind experience with
Way import more.
but you get out to retract it.
Because me just can't bother. You know? Yeah. But don't talk.
Context.
Context it was when the senator said that whoever it seemed like whoever criticized the prime minister online,
There's government badness.
on Instagram and social media.
No. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Just think about the simple mathematics. The first guy that was arrested, right? From the one that I'm putting a meme all the time.
Oh, him, yeah.
So I'm outside. Outside. Was he the only one outside?
No.
But he was the only one arrested.
But he was the only one that went on social media and found his...
Because the law is not to be outside. To not be outside on social media.
Himself.
Don't matter. I'm saying, okay, so only the murderer film himself is a murderer?
No, but you're the only one stupid enough to film himself to get caught.
So that made the problem easier for catch you.
So I'm saying, he was not the only one outside.
Okay.
Hey, God's chosen. What
He
up?
was the only one arrested.
Was he?
Well, nobody else was videoed and telling them and all kind of thing.
And the thing is...
The other one that was in Hellshop.
Yeah.
Was he the only one at Hellshop?
No.
There was other people there too. No, him never videoed himself. He was saying, yo, man, I agree with this, whatever, that is all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he was the only one arrested. So what
Perhaps he was the only one who, when told to remove himself, he refused to. Maybe
several times.
Okay, cool.
And there was...
You know, so me I call cap on the whole of night fix pan that interview, yeah? Yeah. All y'all is cap. Every last one of y'all defending that foolishness that Andrew Honest did. Y'all is cap. All the way cap. But I do understand. Y'all was tricked. I forgive you. I bet you guys voted for Andrew Honest. Sure did. I'm sure you guys voted for Andrew Honest. Y'all was going real strong defending this foolishness. Lord have mercy. I still love the Nightly Fix. Hey, support the platform, you know what I'm saying? Great platform. Y'all definitely elevated your stuff and did well for yourself. Had one of the biggest interviews with the legend, you know, Usain Bolt. So salute to the Nightly Fix. But on this video right here, 3 years ago, yeah, y'all was full of SHIT, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Lord have mercy. What? That's sad, man.
You're right. He was
next day. It's not like in the moment, the police said to themselves, yo, this man is violating. and he's now coming to break a certain set of laws. Them decide the next day, no, we're not take this.
Sir Crawford,
We are
if
going to
you're
do
one
it.
police though, you only take that little personal to and say,
No.
despite what Andrew might say, we are going for that you get
I'm
that
sorry.
this
I'm
week.
sorry for police.
Because
Because
Roman reason them know that.
no. Let me show you something. No.
Them did not take a beat,
You see the police have been put in a unfortunate position of having to enforce oppressive acts on the people that they are from.
Yes.
Most police come from that segment.
Yes.
So, for example, if you send a police who take up people goods, one of them mother might be a eagliner, but it's his duty. He must go do his job.
Yeah.
Now, who the eagle are war with?
Police.
Exactly. So the police is really like the digital call center girl. She don't really make you know, I know laugh, but when you call her and she says, sir, we cannot do that. Yo, but down the car, hold on. So she's just there like, sir, I'm not. Because she really not. That's what the role the police is playing right there.
Facts.
You understand? So when the police comes and say, lock off 8 o'clock. Him never said 8 o'clock. Impossible if not agree. But if him not tell you lock off, him get the down at the basket, a car said there's a party going on, I have to come.
True.
All I'm saying is, when them say retract, but don't say, and it don't depend news. Why would I bother fighting with you again? Somebody does say, all right, we don't have no evidence. Retract. I'm going to look for some evidence, and the next time I'm going to leak them again, because it is the truth. So.
No, but I think it's just a mischaracterization, though, Senator. I really think so, because...
Be afraid of that. Big man.
You afraid of Andrew?
Yeah. Like, because I have ultimate power. And that is something I want people to say, look out for that. Now, whether it's true or lie.
Wow.
See?
Wow.
All right. Let us see.
You see, you. No, me love her still, you know, but she really said, wow. Like when the man said, when Damian Crawford said, I'm really afraid of Andrew because him have ultimate power. Yeah, all of us that have a little bit of sense realizes this. Yes, I'm not afraid of him, but I'm aware of his, exercise of dictatorship. We've been aware of it a long time ago. So I don't know why she's so surprised. Again, this was 3 years ago, and I believe that she is a supporter of Andrew Jones at that point. I don't know right now, but yeah.
You know, look around my time for the red dots. Whenever we speak on his name, because
the government of a country have superpowers. But I understand about killing and injuring, You understand? Can make you very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Can make you can't get a job. Can all those things. So I'm saying, we have to be careful if it start look like a trend. And we have to watch out for that trend. Because democracy is dependent. Like the other day, the mothers come and burn out bright people like, you intellectuals, you are come and talk their things. And then the next thing we look, me say, you are under review. Start meds and I say, I wonder if it combine, if you understand? So, even connected. So all I'm saying is, when you check out this
Crawford have a room with a picture and the string connected to other things.
No. The opposition role is to protect the public from the abuse of power.
Facts.
It might be motivated by internal desire to just do it or by wanting power yourself.
Yeah.
But it is that role of the opposition because power can be abused. Right? That's why you don't want a one-party system.
Exactly.
So when I see like it could be abused, I have to shout out and say, people, this thing I look serious. Because them man, I've seen Portia Simpson, nobody knows. I've seen PJ Patterson, they need to call him man gay. In fact, there's a bus called Chichi Bus because they call PJ gay and he carried those buses. I've seen Edward Snowden. Right. So, I mean, it's not new to criticize.
Yeah.
Eddie Siaga, oh my God.
Yeah, he was the devil.
But the sorry for him, I'm on the other side.
Exactly.
You understand? So it's not new. But I've never seen this response. You understand? And if you're arresting a man,
No. Damian Crawford is making a valid point as per usual because he's brilliant, he's a scholar and a gentleman. The point that he's making is even Donald Trump gets verbal abuse. Nobody goes to that person's house and locks them up because he told him about his mother. it does not happen. And Donald Trump is of a higher stature and recognized as a leader globally more than any leader that leads anywhere in the Caribbean. And people in America can come on a video and say, F you, Donald Trump. The CIA will not be at their house. The FBI will not be at their house. I'm telling you. But in the pandemic, Andrew Holness name calling video and people telling about him mother. And let me tell you something. People, police reach at them yard. Them get locked up. Them get embarrassed in a video. Damian Crawford is absolutely right. This man has shown the remnants of dictatorship time and time again, ladies and gentlemen. Man, listen, I really hope people wake up, man. I really hope people wake up, because it's you know, we laugh and we joke, but it's really not funny, you know. It's not funny. The only thing standing in front of Andrew Jones being a total dictator is the Constitution and Mark Golding and the PMP. That is the only thing. And God first and then everything else. God first and everything else. Because God has the power to do what? Lock off the lights. And that's your life. Doesn't matter who you is. Doesn't matter if you're the Prime Minister or the President of the United States. If God says it's time, your candlelit is out. Yeah, that's how it works. Ultimate power is for the Creator. Nothing else. No, and nothing else. Nobody else. No idol image. Nothing. No bro God. No bro. No Mrs. Bro God. No, nothing like that. You are, all of us are dust particles. Dust. It is true we're about to be a U.S. state. I have no idea. Is that the intent of Donald Trump? Maybe more than likely. How does that work? I don't know. How is that going to work? Yeah, we're trying to be independent. We're not trying to be a state or a colony of anywhere else. I can see how Andrew Holness would be okay with, you know, being a puppet, because obviously his statutory declaration and all those things. Yeah, the USA probably got all of the data that they need to have him by the balls. But again, I trust in God. I trust in God. You know, the buck stops for me with Donald Trump when it boils over to Africa or the Caribbean, or especially Jamaica. Yeah, once they start to interfere with that, that's where I'm like, yo, listen, I understand you wanting to make your place better, you're doing what for your country, cool, but over here, so it's ours. Over there, so it's yours. My African brothers and sisters, leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Big up Ibrahim Chai. The word is love. Salute, my brother. Continue to blaze the trail. I support you. Yeah. Trinidad and Tobago welcoming Elaf. To bring Doge. Wow. Interesting. That is very interesting. Again, I just trust in the Lord, man. We have a lot of things to worry about here, and prepare for here. There's definitely plans in place worldwide. You know, there are certain things that are, you know, just the word of the Lord that has to be fulfilled. And it is what it is, you know, it's going to change our lives forever. And I don't know what's the timing of everything. You know, that's why I just ask God to let His will be done in my life. Yeah. You know, on a personal level, if it's God's will for me to get married, very soon and, you know what I'm saying, start a family? Or is it that my mission and my purpose to serve, you know, God is something else, where I cannot have that? Whatever God wants, man. Whatever God wants, we be alright. You know what I'm saying? We be alright. Yeah, they gonna fold. Man, Ariana, you already know. Listen, you know what I was thinking about? And this is just straight conspiracy. This is my mind working overtime. What if Nigel Clark is a double agent? Because there's a history about Nigel Clark family that allegedly the JLP must have unalived one of his cousins or his uncle, my bad. Something like that. Some craziness like that. Now I'm saying, what if Nigel Clark is a double agent? What if he infiltrated the Jamaica Labour Party just to expose them? And 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 then he just went to the IMF. Bruh. That's just fiction. That's not real. But I was thinking about it like, is Nigel Clark a double agent? Did does like he listen, bruh. I'm telling you, think about it, man. Yo, my mind be going places sometimes. I'm like, yo, damn. Is that possible? Is it? Is it that deep? Or is he just like a Robin of Batman in the wickedness? You know? You know? Yo, it's the first time I'm even saying it. I was thinking about this yesterday, Ariana. I've never said this on my platform. I've never said it. But I was thinking about it, and you know, this is a different type of stream. So hey, the people that watch this, you know, you're getting something different from me, cause my mind be going places. I'm telling you, man. What if Nigel Clark is a double agent? That is diabolical. That is diabolical. That is chess moves. That's mastery of chess moves. Like that's like an agent trying to infiltrate a drug cartel that has been that has been running the place for 50 years. They know what they're doing. A lot of people have tried and they did not. They failed. You know what I'm saying? Man, that is diabolical. If that is anywhere near the truth, this man is a double agent that infiltrated this organization just to take them down. Anyway, I don't want to say no more about that because it's just a lot to process. Let's go to the clip. Let's go to the clip.
Oh, internet company.
James,
On the
exactly.
internet. But that have nothing to do with
James Bond activity. Facts.
law.
Because no, and I think it's a mischaracterization, Senator, because we've seen several people, including yourself and other people on your side, that is a detractor of the government and of the sitting prime minister, but you guys aren't incarcerated.
No.
You guys aren't locked up. You guys aren't in fear of persecution. And then when you're going to conflate these people who are flaunting them their illegal activities,
Yes.
like them now going inside and tell the big prime minister figure blank his mother. I mean,
But that's not against the law.
It's not against the law.
Embarrassment that you speak of, it comes with that territory.
But
because
more
And it's not-
internet.
It's not even so big,
saying-
and it's not even so much saying like, you know, the disrespect towards his mother, whatever. But it's the fact that
But no.
he's saying that he's not going inside, he's above the law, and so what? Like,
we have to look at the act.
I'm saying to
When
you,
you're saying the act
I
of him refusing
am
to
not
go inside.
encouraging
Other man did
no
and
fight.
we don't know of other, maybe there are other people
No, but
who
not encourage
went
people
in,
to disrespect
who get
the
locked
Prime
up.
Minister.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not encouraging to disrespect anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Man to man, you don't really disrespect people.
Mm-hmm.
With that, don't do you nothing direct.
Yeah.
But there is a place for disagreement.
Yo, she really, I like her, but yo, she's capping so much for the capper, bro. I hope she realized, yo, that car is going 220. Yo, that car is going 220. The least that car is going that just passed right now is 180. He's between 180 and 220 right now. God. Did y'all hear that? Man, what? Yo, he had his foot right down on the pedal. I'm telling you right now. If something was to drive out on the road to go across him, he couldn't avoid them. I'm sorry. It would be an accident. That car is long ways away from where it's done. It's done. It's done. Yeah, that car is 180, 220 easy. Lord have mercy.
Right. Unfortunately, some of our people, having not been sufficiently exposed, carried disagreement to automatic disrespect because them just simply disagree.
True.
All I'm saying is that clearly, him can't come for me. We have lawyers. You understand? My uncle, who's a labor right, is a Queen's Counsel, but he's my uncle. So he will come to my yard to defend me. So there's also an income-specific situation. Because Mocha Fest was flaunting too, though. And I never seen no coaster. And Mocha Fest had 6 parties for 6 days, advertised for 8 months. And nobody knew. But if a little man in a little beanie key and piece, for 1 day promotion, everybody knows. So I'm saying, yo, we see that him knows him could have offered you. They could have you done.
Yo, they prey on the weak. Damian Crawford is so right. I think I need to go over this video on my computer. Yeah. We need to remind people of, she said talking, we need to remind people of what took place in the pandemic. And that is one of the things that took place. Andrew Honest definitely showed us his characteristics as a dictator in the pandemic, and that's facts. That's actual facts.
Well, I'm going to get immediately. Hey, come in here, you know what the boys did. You can't do nothing. They don't have rights. But the police cannot be videoing an arrest. We're not talking about body cam, purposely videoing, then purposely embarrassing.
As I said, that probably would have been on the police cars, them taking.
And some, but I say, you gotta have some police without instruction, But because them know say the boss like, or might look favorably.
Or influence them to do it. That's what you did insinuate.
No, I'm saying look favorably on me. So what I say is, if them me feel so, but if them want me, they must say we can't continue, and I want it to continue. Can I have a few more body blows?
I didn't mean to busy coming.
No, because you know why, and it's because I genuinely think that it was a mischaracterization, and you're conflating several things into one. Because if we were really
See, she really is a Andrew Honest supporter, and I don't think it has changed. She really doesn't get it, and it's sad. She really doesn't get it. Oh my God.
at a threat. Because you're right.
You do bring up some good points about them did more coffee, that's a big.
Right.
And there was a young people that we have many examples.
Right.
And if they catch me, you can't.
I often see people turn to Word when they need to create something like an invoice. But alignment is hard, and math is hard. When you can create an...
Right.
And if they catch me, Them can't use it. They come with rights. And consistently people don't have rights are mistreated. You understand? So your freedom is protected with every fiber of your being. And that freedom.
But then, you know, we always say freedom to this and freedom of speech, but then everything comes with a consequence. And it was a consequence of you going literally flaunting the law and saying you're doing whatever you want to do and you don't care about the curfew.
Is it
and
right
you got
for the
arrested.
police to behave?
No, well, we agree on that.
Okay,
we agree on that. Like that was
it done?
it was done.
And was it done oftentimes after disrespect of the Prime Minister?
Well, I don't know about that because even so when
Can you
the
prove
pastor
it though
man,
that it was through a
I still was making people drunk.
That's what it is. That's what it is. See that? See that? I say you could have proved it. I think that was what the outrage is. That's a bit of a stretch.
yeah.
No, we don't have side and people agree. That's also like.
Well, because for their own.
But no, some people just believe. Some people actually think that the things that we put together make sense. Some people feel like, yo, no man, you're going too far now. This don't make sense. But I'm saying at the end of the day, it wasn't without merit. Might not be without sufficient merit to be agreeable to you, but I could have found evidence. Now, at the end of the day, we just let them if it's not comedy, I have to tell them about them tell like about GCT and all different kind of things. We're not going to use that cover tree because we continue to say, yo, watch you. You know, that's not how you deal with it.
What's your honest stuff?
I know you heard that. One plus one is 11. Oh my God. Yo, that car sounds like it's falling apart. And he's trying to catch up with about 7 cars that passed a while ago. And those cars was going at a similar speed as the one before, but not as fast. Those cars that passed was going like maybe 170, between 170 and 190. But the one before, yeah, that car was going over 200. I swear that car was going over 200. Ain't no way. That, oof. But I could understand why those cars weren't going so fast because all of them was driving behind each other. It was like 4 of them literally behind each other a while ago. Yeah, comedy relief. I know, right? Yo, these guys driving crazy at night, man. Damn, no wonder you got all these accidents.
I don't think he understands what he's doing generally. I think he understands. I think he has a problem with the poor in his psyche. And there are people who have a problem with the rich in their psyche. And so that colors his
Wait, you need to explain?
Why I think so, for example, when he says that those who are going to the corner shop with the quarter are very much, that's illogical. First of all, the corner shop can't have enough goods to have a crowd. A corner shop like have 8 bread, so it only have 32 quarters. So therefore, if you go to a corner shop, I've never seen a crowded corner shop. You understand?
I have.
No. What happens is that...
Yo, she always a defend Andrew, you know? She always a defend Andrew. Yo, this girl really... I'm gonna be looking at her real differently after this, bro. What the hell is going on? A crowded corner shop? So she defended Andrew Horner's corner shop comment where he was targeting the poor like the poor was the problem in the pandemic. Sad, bro.
You have researcher come and say 30% was workplace cluster, 20-something% was public transportation, 8% was social activity, 3% was church. What educated the corner shop? Nothing educated that, other than something that colored your opinion. You understand? Other than facts, and where there's no merit.
I wonder what's gonna be her response now, because she really was sold on the corner shop argument from Andrew Honest, but with the facts that Damian Crawford just put forth, what is she gonna say? She's dedicated. Yo. Man, I don't want to talk too loud and disturb my neighbors. Oh, Jesus. Lord of mercy. Chirac, because they think you're having a little of money. Them, oh, Lord.
There is malice. When we had the states of emergency, they had an opening time for a cook shop selling food. A very different opening time for a restaurant selling food. Why is that? One could educate that a food establishment should be treated differently if it is a low-level food establishment as versus if it is a high-level food establishment.
So what was the difference between?
Like one was 6 o'clock and one was 10 o'clock. So therefore, if you
At what time?
Yeah,
Huh?
when?
Or what
Because I don't
period?
recall
state
that.
of emergency.
Yeah, but the
When?
state of the emergency was food places get special time. Like supermarkets, everybody got the same time.
Yeah, talk about now, what you call it, the
curfew.
COVID curfew.
Yeah.
But before COVID, we had state of emergency.
Yes.
Like in Westmoreland, in
Yeah.
St. James.
Okay.
And those state of emergencies, that if I remember correctly, 6 o'clock for cook shops and 10 o'clock.
So you're talking about the clusters of the community that is like Pomer, like
No,
what's
I'm saying there were rules within the state of emergency.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
those
the cook
rules
shop
suggested that these establishments will be treated differently. But these establishments were offering similar activities.
Yeah.
Of food.
Similar services.
Right. So what is the basis of saying a cook shop is 6? But I don't want to call a restaurant name because you might want a sponsor, right?
Them can afford it.
Right? or that a club
Can
is
open
different.
later than
Right.
the cook
What's
shop.
the basis?
But
that-
clubs weren't open though.
No, the clubs had like
With food, like if you sell food,
no,
but the
but
clubs were
no, not
closed.
you're talking about COVID. You're mixing up COVID, the state of emergency. So
Yeah, is it the
Yeah.
same thing?
No. The state of emergency was the original crime plan before there was COVID.
Oh, you mean Zozo?
Actually, there was one, but there was SOE.
Yeah,
we
that.
always had to vote.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, yeah, because
So-
we think we don't talk about COVID.
No.
So,
Right.
right.
Okay,
So
got it.
those are realities that you just keep looking at, right? And say that it is colored, your mindset is colored by saying they're the problem.
Her mind is so locked in, she can't even follow the conversation. He moved past COVID and is talking about state of emergencies, and she's still didn't catch it after several questions. Listen, I'm not the smartest chap in the room, but
You just
man,
always seem to figure that they're the problem. So I'm saying, if crime pays, I don't see the evidence of it in Tivoli Gardens. And I've heard that crime pay all my life. There was a time that I heard that $4 billion worth of coke was found out in St. Thomas. You think it's regular people have $4 billion worth of coke? You can't buy coke on credit. So therefore, if you have $4 billion worth of coke, you have $4 billion cash.
I don't know that. I'm never bought coke.
I mean, I've done the coke analysis. so these are the realities that, that's my observation, suggests that it always falls on the side of the poor is the problem.
I would say that there may be something to that because you don't really hear him openly condemning the uptown parties.
You don't know.
As much as he would have these little sound bites where it seemed like he's
All right.
pointing the finger.
hey, shout out to the dog. Hey, shout out to him. You see, it's gonna sound away, but you see, emotions. We're all emotional, but some of us lean more to our emotions. And when we like somebody, and I don't remember what her name is on this program. I don't remember her name. But I think she likes Andrew Honus. And if somebody says anything against Andrew, she's ready to defend it. Because she believes in everything Andrew Honus says. This is what I'm gathering from this interview with Damian Crawford. Because she's the only one that is challenging Damian Crawford facts that he's saying so much. She's literally cutting them off mid-sentences. She can't help herself because she's so locked into Andrew. That's sad, man. That is sad, man. That is sad. But the broski, he's just off the logic. like, yeah, I see what you mean, because he's putting the pieces together now. She still can't come too. She's still not putting the pieces together as to why the man is saying what he's saying with all the facts that he's outlining. She still don't get it. She still don't get it. She still don't get it. Let's see. So
Yeah, and because we all see that was the full context
Racehorse
of
is open.
that video.
And racehorse is long time open. Now, what can racehorse do where a party can do, where event can do? If you look at a hotel, for example, and I'm a supporter of hotels, so it's not because I'm using it.
So even the racehorse area was open. Which poor people going to racehorse? That's for big gamblers. Okay? Racehorses? Really? But they didn't have a problem with that, huh? Wonder why.
Example, now 5 hotels. I sell to hotels. Right? But if you look at a hotel is a conglomeration of many communities and even many countries. It must be a higher COVID risk than an event that is community centered. And most of our events are community centered. So what educated a law that allows for the hotel to be open and said, put these rules and you can open. But no law to say an event can be open, put these rules, the same exact rules.
I'm guessing the thinking is because
the bigger scheme and the bigger vision is that tourism is a major
that as well. But even like Mocha Fest, I'm this was what I mean. I'm thinking the thinking is that this party will happen within a bubble, or these series of parties happen within bubbles. According to the NBA bubble,
right,
last year the playoffs happen within bubbles where they stay in one place and then they're leaving.
No, but
where, and to leave and to exit and to enter, they have to do several COVID tests.
Who was working there?
Exactly.
Locals.
Exactly. And so therefore it become a hub and a spoke, because you go to that central space and then you go back to all your different communities.
Yo, I can't. I'm lose off a nightly fix. I'm so disappointed. Did he just say a bubble? Like the NBA? Bro, come on. A party is going on where locals are selling. It was foreigners. They came and they left, but who did they interact with? The people that are locals. Those locals have family that go to the same corner shop, but where did the initial contact come from? And you never heard Jonas come out and condemn those events. We're confused, but I'm saying Mocha was a big event that was kept, a beach party in the pandemic. But local parties was being shut down and people was being charged. Why? If you can give Mocha a set of rules to apply, to follow for the event, what happened to the regular local man? Oh, they don't have that big box. So them can't, it's all about links at the end of the day. And that's what it is. It is what it is. This is Jamaica. And Jonas has been compromised for a very, very long time. And, you know, I think I'm definitely going to cover this in a very detailed way and do a recording and post it at some point. At some point. The right time, you know. Oh, you're confused about him? Okay. Just checking.
But then there could be testing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Entering and leaving this bubble, you have to be tested.
No warehouse testing. And it takes 14 days for it to germinate, so therefore you can't test it immediately and say you don't have it.
Well,
you understand?
they did test. I said zero tests from the party. Zero positive test.
Come again. Who go to the hotels?
That's what I was saying.
Every week, Mr. Jamaicans in the bar too. And that's the biggest thing now, man.
Yeah, because
you know, you see the other girl that is there. Big up she. She's very quiet. Mostly she doesn't talk a lot. She's not quick to jump to ask a question. She really listens. Big up that girl there. Big up that girl there.
she cheap, no. It's cheap. Hotel cheap. No, it's cheap with the COVID rates.
Cheap is relative to your income.
A nuclear winter has occurred, and we are endeavoring to restore America.
She said, remember, Netflix is an entertainment platform that joke out the interview all the time. Yeah, she listens a lot. She really does.
Hotel cheap. No, it's cheap with the COVID rates.
Cheap is relative to your income. True. So a man for minimum wage hotel is very expensive.
Relatively cheaper as
to your income.
Yeah.
Right. But hotel has been discounted.
Yeah.
But cheap is relative to your income. So what happened is that we still have alternatives for recreation, which we take advantage of. Right? I was thinking it's a party. Party is a form of recreation. It is the only recreation that they can afford, because they can't afford hotels. So we now still is able to get the human benefit of recreation by going to a hotel which is now cheap, quote unquote discounted. But a man who is unemployed or who's living on minimum wage or is whatever, he has no recreation. And so I can go to any of them, I don't want to call a name, but them bars, and see 50, 80, 60, 90 people. As soon as a man put up a little beanie box out of one regular bar in the inner city, you see the coaster. And then we know who their hotel. I say, yo, look at them, they're so disgraceful. When we stress out in our 6-bedroom house, and they should have 6 people in a 1-bedroom house and not stress out. So when you don't study these things, you don't see the unfairness of it. You understand? Because when you say the people on the street side, it's because the house uncomfortable. Me now for watch the same TV as my girl. Come have many rooms with many TVs. You understand? But a man with 8 people in a 1 bed, you have to come outside.
Especially after being in this for a year.
So outside looking different. You understand?
Yeah.
A person who earns every day, how can you tell him he can't earn on a Sunday? How can you take Saturday as a lockdown day when hairdressers and higglers earn mainly on a Saturday? And you give me as a businessman all 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You don't take one of my day and fear up and fear 1 day. And you tell me say you don't have a problem with her, that you don't feel that she's a problem? Because most hairdressers and most higglers earn 1 day. Most people do days where can only come on my yard when I'm there.
True.
I'm not let you in Friday when we're gonna work. So if Saturday was a lockdown day, why was there no consideration of making Wednesday day a lockdown day and reserve Saturday, knowing that there's a segment of us?
Man, I gotta admit, man, Damian Crawford, bro. The more I listen to this brother, man, salute to him. I am a big supporter of Damian Crawford. Wherever he is, I am a big supporter of Damian Crawford. This man is a practical. Being practical and genius is very rare. He really thinks along the line of putting himself in the position, hypothetically, of the persons that are grassroots and underground. He just gets it. He really gets it. He really gets it, yo. I gotta give him props. He really gets it. Hey, Shay Rock, I understand. I'm about to wrap up anyway, too.
And reserve Saturday, knowing that there's a segment of our society that depends on Saturday for their week's income. The period may come from. So the combination that he's done. People customer say people don't, right? But become the thing that he's done. Then have to meditate.
I start to use the term misguided.
Yeah. But how you not think of it if you're not incapable? You understand? That means that something is painting.
But then the flip side would be is that I guess you would think that Saturday and the weekend is a very active, is the day that most people earn, but it's a day where, again, most of the society use that for their recreational day. Their recreational day where you have most people go work from 8 o'clock, 8:30 to 5 o'clock, Monday to Friday. So people would use this day and use it as an excuse, not just to go under them here, but it's a way for sneaking under them party.
The river. So he has now said it's logical to lack Saturday. Now, knowing that this lady depends on Saturday, you have to give her some money.
Right.
He's not.
Well, we don't have the money for that. This isn't America.
No, why is it? Well, Harrison, we don't have the money for that.
No.
We as a country.
Yeah. Sir Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's a special agent. He's a special agent.
I'm talking about the collective.
Let me show you a simple math.
Reporting for duty.
Let me show you a simple
I'm talking about when I said the play.
budget.
Yeah, free up the money. Free up the money.
No, but it's simple. The budget, the Jamaican budget is over $800 billion. And they, not to be misleading, because we can't just say 800 billion and leave it, right? But 800 billion is not available.
Right.
Because you have to pay teacher, you have to pay doctor, right? You have to pay debts. So what's available is 200 and something billion. So it's 200 and something thousand million dollars that's available. If the government decides that it wants to reduce its surplus target, which means the government wants to have an operating profit, right? If you reduce the surplus target by 1%,
I'm nodding along like I understand.
Right. So you have an operating surplus. So if you reduce that, their target is must be 6%. So if you reduce it by 1%, there's $2 billion available to help people. Additionally, the Prime Minister said he chose not to take a loan from China to build the road, and to build the road for a couple billion from the budget. Where people must suffer. So why did you make that choice?
Because the people would earn from that. They're going to be.
No, China Harbour have the contract. So
but then they employ Jamaicans.
Yeah, but so the loan would have still allowed China Harbour to have the contract. So there's.
But then I guess the money, the loan, meaning you have to pay back. So instead of paying back, the money, the earning will come back to us.
It is that my pick near debt for hungry. Because he's really the father of the nation. At this particular point, he acts as the father. Me not gonna take a loan. You had the option for a loan. And you say, no, I want to go and stay and
but then how you get the loan? You not think that you have to think about a way of paying back
it's
the loan?
The cheapest loan that is out there.
But then you still have to pay back. It's not a gift. But it's not that. But then that is it.
But that's the option.
I don't think they're dying, but
of giving people some assistance. Which
Yo, she's so tone deaf, bro. She really doesn't get it, bro. She really doesn't get it. She is so defensive of Andrew Holness. Wow. Lord, I pray that if I did before, I don't want to be this impractical. I really don't. This is not cool. This is not cool, bro. This what she's doing right here? This is not sexy at all. I'm sorry. It's not. This is embarrassing.
Every country is doing.
Yeah.
America give you a check almost.
But then I know that they're
I knew I touched something.
Their constituencies that they give relief, like as in
come on.
No, but they gave relief like even before Mr. with the Butch Stewart he died. Yeah. Well, even though people said that was like a way for home, not about the economy, but whatever.
Mathematics. They gave $2 million to each constituency. East Rural St. Andrew have 53,000 voters. So therefore, you look on less than 2,000 people per vote. I mean, not about uno numerator or picnic. So you basically give $2,000 per voter. You understand what I'm saying? Because 50,000. No, you actually give $200 per voter because it's $2 million, right?
Wait, I feel like you're confusing me.
All right, so you have 50,000. Let's talk about mathematics. Right? So you have 50,000 voters. So we now say the tree. 50,000 voters.
Yeah.
50,000.
Yo, Ariana said it's too much for her brain. She gonna kick rocks. Hey, salute to you. It's almost done. I'm almost done.
Times 10 is 500,000. And 50,000 times 100 is 5 million. You gave $2 million. So therefore you must give less than than $100. So you basically give $50 per person and then you announce it as $2 million. Don't make no sense. So all I'm saying is government have a way of saying $10 billion when you really work it out. Right? The last thing was $27 a day.
But we're not taking for granted that not everybody in the constituency will take the money.
So 50%.
So then more people would probably benefit from those who need it.
So they're like $130.
Edmund Bartlett, he put out a figure where he said the entertainment sector.
500 million.
0.5 billion.
Yeah, that's 500 million.
Provision of services.
No.
In
5 months.
Yeah, and the head of the Jamaica Federation of Musicians affiliates and say, we'd like to see that breakdown because we don't really know what the fuck is.
Simple maths again. 500 million in 5 months, 100 million a month.
Yeah, I know that.
They divide by 30. So
yeah.
I look on 10 million divided by 3, I look on $3 million a day.
Yeah.
So you tell me who was getting that $3 million a day?
Mocha.
You understand? So, no, so all I'm saying is...
Right, I know that makes sense.
So they do the logic of it, right? All I'm saying is, we have to, as a people, say, what do we deserve? Right? And government have a duty in a crisis to say what's the worst that can happen and what's the best I can do. The best I can do is nothing. That's not sufficient, in my opinion. But my opposition can say anything more. Maybe if
Yeah, I know that's what you meant, Ariana, my face. Yo.
the government, it would have hurt me.
Exactly.
You understand?
Because, to be in it is one different thing, To see and come live for me is totally different.
The different variables
Yeah.
of what decisions to
Yeah.
Government
Because
is the
it's a
hardest
loan,
thing
because you're saying
I have
loan
seen.
and...
I have participated.
Yeah.
And you yourself have expressed, disillusionment with
it's the hardest
politics and government.
Yeah, because, like, everybody have a different opinion. If I said to you, I'm going to raise minimum wage, that sounds like a great thing.
I think she embraces the blonde energy. I really do.
Until one lady will have a helper, says, I'm going to pay the helper.
Yeah, because I'm making, like, X
Coming now, I
amount.
make no more money. You understand? And a lady where somebody that keep her baby, I say, what? I have to get her 10 grand out of my 30.
And then a person say, yo, just don't have a helper.
But then how am I going to go to work?
Oh, helpers need work.
And then how am I going to go to work with my kids?
Difficult, What I'm saying is, I compare you based on what I say everybody else do. All the countries are intervening. You know, say you sacrifice some people. You're making decisions that make you can't help those people. And I'm questioning that decision. That's my duty. That's my role. If you have a reasonable answer, come and give me. You understand? That's his duty. That's his role. But I cannot assume they have a reasonable answer. Otherwise, I'm not doing my job to protect the people from abuse. You understand?
But when you say abuse, I mean...
Of power.
Oh.
Yeah. And you genuinely feel like... Do you feel like he's doing it or is on his way to doing it?
I think he's currently doing it. I think that with the lockdowns, without doing the sufficient consideration of the people, that he's currently doing it.
Yo, that's the end of it. Man, I bid y'all a good night. It's almost been 2 hours. Appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Some people might have fallen asleep on the live. Shout out to Ariana for keeping me company. Shay Rock as well in the comment section. We're in the soup pot. Yeah. Irresponsible. But big salute, man. Big salute to y'all, man. Appreciate you guys. Honestly. Yeah, man, later, my sister. Big up yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna go in and try and make 3 thumbnails real quick. Post up these videos, schedule them, and take my hard-working self to bed and get some sleep. See y'all tomorrow afternoon, man. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow afternoon. You hear me? Do not look for me before 12. Look for my premieres. Alright? It's 2 o'clock. That's what, 10 hours from now? Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. It's going to take me maybe 30 minutes to make the 3 thumbnails, depending if I'm really thinking about what I'm doing. Less than that. But yeah. Peace and blessings. Awadisanda Menos. I'm out. Hold on there. Before I go out. You never know. Somebody might surprise you and donate. So let me check the donation links. The Cash App and the PayPal. No, I don't see anything there. Alright. That is it. You too. So, my good people. The word is love.